Hi guys, welcome to lesson 12 with while loops. So we have been working with for loops and functions and kind of repetitive structures here for a little while, and now I want to talk about while loops. So let's talk just briefly about for loops. So I want to revisit this idea before we move on. So in a for loop, it will run a set series of times. So for the variable I of index starting at 0, it'll go 5 times and each time my index will increase, telling it to stop once it reaches a certain number. So let's say this is my world. Carol has 5 balls right in front of her. And so what she's going to do is for 5 times in a row, she's going to take a ball and move forward. So she's going to make sure that she has a ball. Now I'm going to go ahead and run that. She's going to take ball, move, take ball, move, take ball, move, take ball, move. She might actually crash into the wall here in a second. Oop, she did, because I had an extra move command, but that's okay. I'm not over worried about that. So what I would actually need here to keep her from doing that is an if statement, but that's kind of not the point here. What I want to show you is what happens when I change her world. Okay. If I run this exact same program, she's not going to crash into a wall, but she's not going to pick up all of the balls in her world. Okay. Because a for loop will only run a set number of times. Once I reaches 5, she stops. She does not do this again. So you have to make sure that she does this in the correct order and that she's able to pick things up. So that's where while loops come in. So I'm going to get rid of my for loop for a second and I'm going to say while. While a particular thing is clear, I'm going to have her, while the front is clear, I'm now going to have her redo this. I'm going to have her take a ball and move forward. Okay. So, and this now should allow her to grab every ball in the world. She may still crash into a wall because I think I still have a glitch in my program. Okay, so the front isn't clear. See how she did that? That actually corrected my glitch. She didn't pick up the final ball, but she still moved to that final spot and didn't crash. Now, if I go to my 10 by 10, see, she continues past that 5 point like she stopped earlier. Now, the reason that she's not picking up that last ball is because this condition isn't being met. This front is not clear, so she's not going to take that ball. So a while loop only runs as long as this is true. As soon as this stops being true, she's no longer going to run this code and the program stops. So just be aware of that as you are building your own. So here is your example from our lesson, move to wall. So this is exactly the same one that was in the video. While the front is clear, she's going to move. Okay. There you go. Now, you actually have 3 programs. You have a follow the yellow ball road, lay a row of tennis balls, and big tower. I'm going to show you guys a little bit with the follow the yellow ball road. So this is a lot like the program that I was working with. So for the follow the yellow ball road. While Carol is on top of a ball, she should move once. At the end of the program, Carol will have reached the end of the road and stopped. They must work for any length of road, even if it's 0. So if you'll notice, there's actually 3 worlds you have to get this to work for. So we have the first one, the second one, and the third one. So no matter what, your program should work. So you're going to come over here to your control flow, use your while loop. Your condition that you're going to be using is while there is a ball. While a ball is present, she's going to do something. Now, do you guys see how it switched me to code view all of a sudden saying that there was some type of syntax error? This is pretty common when you run into an indenting, and I'm kind of glad this happened. So what's happening here is the while loop somehow got pushed back in the indentation. So all I do is I come in, whatever I have under function should always be at least one indent in, and then the closing brace from my while loop should also be one indent in. So that should now have fixed it. That's how you fix those kinds of problems. Now you get all this white stuff in here, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter to the program, it ignores it. So you just keep on working. Now, I want her to move. So that is the command that I'm going to be transferring in. So as you guys are working on these, just be aware this code does not work if this condition is not met. Okay, that is something that you have to check always. This code will not run at all until this condition is met. All right, I hope you have fun. These are actually really, really enjoyable. There's a lot of versatile ways to use these inside of programs, so have some fun with it.